Hey y'all, Iric Sky here, back again, and actually back in the new studio. So I'm going to be testing a few things within this. I want to get the lighting perfected. I want to get the audio perfected. And obviously I should be streaming in 1080p 1080p 60 frames per second. So without further ado, let's go ahead and test a few things here. I'm going to test the camera switch. Okay, so we switched to the Chroma Key camera now. Everything, whoop, I got light. I got audio on that. Okay, good, okay. I think I debugged that. I want to make sure I've got all my audio sources correct. One of the primary reasons that I'm going with a multicam setup for the new studio is that, obviously I'm not going to keep the second camera there as you're seeing it here. I mean, that's kind of silly, but what I am going to do is connect this camera to the outdoors because I got a lot of raccoons. So I'm going to get a live raccoon camera. So you'll be able to interact in real time with the raccoons in the wilderness. So that's going to be pretty cool. I've got to work on my camera placement. I've got it right there, but I think optimally I probably need to have it over there because if I'm looking at the TV, or maybe that's okay. I mean, I don't know. This is a... like always, our Skies Adventures channel is a work in progress. Right now I'm just a little bit shy of, let's see, where are my metrics here? Let's see what we got here. It's loading. Yeah, right now I'm just a little bit shy of 87,000 subscribers. So, I know that's not a big number, but it's a number that is growing. Obviously my next miniature milestone is 100,000 subscribers, and that's just the beginning. 100,000 subscribers isn't that much, but at least at 100,000 subscribers, I should be able to get the YouTube play button, the YouTube silver play button. So that'd be kind of cool. Put a lot of effort into this. Not just the live streaming, but also all the content. Being an independent YouTube channel, kind of difficult to do all of this without y'all's support, so it's your support that has continued to enable me to continue to grow. So, appreciate that. A lot of y'all have super chatted during live streams. Super chats are deeply appreciated. A lot of y'all have done the super thanks during my previously recorded videos. Another great way to support the channel. Shopping my merchandise. You can find all my merchandise linked below. And I'm going to turn this volume down here. We're getting feedback. I want to turn it down all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that's turning down. Okay, that's out of the picture now. I had my studio monitor, so the way I wired this up, and check out my studio tour video, and I'm going to be doing an updated studio tour, but I've got this configured now to where my ATEM Mini Pro, which is the live streaming device that I'm using right now for the real-time live Chroma Key green screen. So I've got that on a cart. And then I've also got the ATEM Mini Pro on top of 2 Apple TVs. And those Apple TVs, they function as the video source. So the backdrop you're seeing right now, this is the east end of St. John. It's a video that I filmed with my Sony Alpha, but I've got it chroma keyed in with my my Apple TV. It's streaming that backdrop. So now the lighting and all of that, I probably need to adjust the ISO. I don't know if this looks too bright or if it looks too dim. Y'all tell me. Y'all are the viewers. Is it too bright? Is it too dim? Obviously it's not a, let me see if I'm going to put in another real-time backdrop here, and we're going to see how that looks, because I've got to get these settings perfected, because again, taking this channel to the next level is a huge undertaking. Like I said, I'm a little bit shy of 87,000 subscribers right now. Not a big number. Got to get way past 100,000 subscribers. Not just Iric Skies Adventure Channel, but Iric Skies Adventure Channel is the home of several social media pursuits. Iric Skies Adventure Channel is, of course, Iric Skies Adventure Channel. Myself, Captain Iric Sky. I get out on a boat and I go around the the Caribbean and other places. Now, 2020 introduced some challenges with the going anywhere and filming, because I'm one of these. I chose not to get something, and you can't travel to a lot of countries. That is changing, though. A lot of countries now are allowing travelers to come in, whether they have a certain vaccine or not. So that's a huge positive. Actually, I think the Cayman Islands actually just lifted the requirement. And again, check with the local government to be certain. But I think they may have just lifted the vaccination requirement. So if that's the case, obviously I plan to get back down to the Cayman very soon. Cayman's one of my favorite places in the West Indies. Great place to go, great food, great people, great beaches. I really want to get back to the BVI, the British Virgin Islands, and that's coming hopefully soon. Hopefully they'll lighten that up. But the good thing that 2020 and the year or so after that's created is the opportunity to really grow the studio. So you saw, back in 2020, I greatly enhanced the Irish Guys Adventure Channel studio configuration. But as you can see now, I'm in a brand new space. This space is significantly larger. It's not huge. It's about 250 square feet, so I've got ample workspace. I've got these really fancy floors, man. These fancy floors that are made out of. It's basically a concrete slab that's painted with a special kind of paint. But the cool thing about it is it's kind of that light gray color, and I hope it turns out. I hope you can see it in the live stream that you're watching now. But that light gray floor that's underneath me is it serves a few purposes. Number one, it was cheap. I didn't have to buy the materials. All I had to do is buy a couple cans of paint, and I painted a couple coats of paint on myself. The other value add of this color is that I do have a brown recluse problem that I'm trying to work through. I'm trying to get rid of those brown recluses. And since I've got this lightly colored floor, it's easy to see them and smash them with my feet. So, hopefully brown recluses don't come from above, but, if they do, I'm prepared. This floor was not just a cost savings. It wasn't just cost savings as the reason why I did it. It was the fact that it serves a purpose. It's easy to spot brown recluses and or other insects. And who knows? I may have some snakes in here. I've got there's something hanging from the ceiling. I'm going to have to address that. But and you can see all these lights. You can see in the camera angle that I have right now, you can see 3, but I've got 3 more. So I've got a total of 6 lights on the ceiling, and those can all be controlled with my voice command using the A-word device. I'm not going to say the A-word because the A-word is something that may wake your A-word device if you use it also. But I can change the color of these lights. I can control these lights independently. I can change the brightness, again, as a group or independently. And it's just a really cool thing. And you can see I've still got my same green screen lighting that I had in my old studio. And the reason is these lights, and you can check out my separate video, but these are the God Ox lights. And these God Ox lights are great because they don't get hot. I'm able to match the color temperature among all 4 of them, and it just works great. And this thing, again, I'm still using my Rodecaster Pro. I love the Rodecaster Pro. I haven't had the business need to upgrade to the new version of the Rodecaster Pro. Although it looks nice, there's really nothing for my workflow that creates the business need to upgrade from the original Rodecaster Pro to the new one. and the same goes with my Rode Wireless Go. These things are phenomenal. Use them for a lot of my videos. Right now I'm using the Rodecaster Pro in conjunction with the Rode pod mic. So you get that really good, hopefully quality sounding audio. Now I should be streaming in 1080p 60. So if I am, I've got my bandwidth situation fixed. I installed the Amazon Eero. So I'm actually using Amazon Eero 6 Plus. So theoretically, I think it's 1 gig wireless, which is pretty good. Obviously, this this ATEM Mini Pro is hardwired. I run Category 8 network cable throughout this studio. Category 8 network cable, I think, is capable of 10 gigabit per second. Or no, is it 4? No, actually, I think it's 40 gigabit per second. So it's a future-proofed cable for data transfer. So right now I'm just running it on a gig network. I've got a cheap gig switch, and then you can see over here. I'll flip over to the big view here, but you can see over here this little cheap piece of furniture right here. I use it to store my cables. I've got HDMI cables. I've got USB-C cables. I've got network cables. I've got all kinds of cables in there, man. But that thing on top of it, I've got, you can see right here, that, and actually I can use a wired mic. We're going to do something really cool, and this is something I wanted to test in my new studio. So I'm talking to you right now through my Rodecaster Pro, through this Rode, very high quality Rode mic. But what I want to do next is plug this into my Sony Alpha, and we're going to test a different way of you hearing me. So, Paulie, welcome aboard. Oh, dude, Paulie is a huge supporter of the channel. Thanks again for all your super chats in the past. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you don't know Paulie, that is awesome, man. And that goes to say, everybody that's watching this right now, feel free to super chat. It helps to support my channel. And I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. We're going to switch the audio source and see how it sounds. Again, this is testing, but this is live testing, and y'all tuning into my live test is helping me to fine-tune the IRIX Guys Adventure Channel Studio version 2.0. So let's plug this in here. One, two, one, two. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I've got that. I'm still talking through my Rode, microphone on my desk. I'm going to mute it, and then we're going to switch to camera 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Need to turn that down a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay, so you should be hearing me now, but you should be hearing me through this wireless microphone. So if you are, I should be able to walk around, and you shouldn't lose me. So see, I'm right here. I'm right here in front of this other camera here. See right there. And I'm just going to walk around, walk and talk. Again, feel free to super chat. It's a great way to support the channel. I am an independent YouTube channel, so it's your support that enables me to continue to grow. Right here, I've got my cable modem. I'm running a 1.2 gigabit per second internet connection, which I should be able to. This right here shows 0 buffering. In my old studio, one of the problems I ran into was buffering during my live streams. I've encountered 0 buffering so far, and there's a spider up there, man. I've encountered 0 buffering so far, and that's because I've got my network configured in such a solid fashion. So, you know, this is going to take the channel to the next level. I mean, this is what's needed. Multiple cameras, multiple microphone options, the ability to have space, you know, the space right here. This floor, although fancy, I mean, you can see this floor, although it's fancy, it's just glorified paint. I mean, that's all it is, man. I mean, there's nothing, if I drop something on it, who cares? You know, it's just painted floor. So, let's see, we got some comments coming in here. Sod, probably upvoting is a small contribution. We need to do something big, yo. Make him happy like BDSM. Hey, you know how to make me happy. All you need, let me flip over here. Let me flip over here. All you got to do to make me happy is Super Chat. Super Chat, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Super thanks, Super Chat. You know, that is a great way to support this, because it is, you know, being an independent YouTuber is tough. It's hard. You know, it's not easy. You know, being an independent YouTuber is tough. But the thing is, with all the tools and with the ambition, anything is possible. And speaking of that, I've got a lot of, and I'm working on it right now, I've got a lot of, timepieces for tomorrow merchandise that's coming out. If you haven't heard of timepieces for tomorrow, it's one of the premier live streams and offline videos here on Irish Guys Adventure Channel. It's all wristwatch specific content. So if you're a wristwatch collector, maybe you're not, maybe you're just interested or you want to learn more about it, that's a great thing to watch. Also, Epic Drone Show. Irish Guys Adventure Channel is the home of Epic Drone Show. You know, I created Epic Drone Show back when drones, you know, pretty much first came out. I was kind of a somewhat late adopter because I started with the Phantom 1, but I started with the DJI Phantom 1 after the DJI Phantom 2 had already been released. But, you know, with that said, it's been a great journey. So, and see, I'm going through here now. I'm getting putting up some really cool Epic Drone Show merch. You know, also the timepieces for tomorrow merch. Make sure everybody's got, and of course Irish Guys Adventure Channel, which Irish Guys Adventure Channel is, again, it's the top of the umbrella. You know, that's where you're watching this, is Irish Guys Adventure Channel. You know, I'm at the top of the umbrella, and then all of these other things are, let's see, all these other things are just components of Irish Guys Adventure Channel. Wow, this has the new, I was working on my merch store, man. My merch store is, it's completely different how they have that configured now. Now, something I do want to do, and I'm going to flip back over to the side, says, Irish, you are a millionaire. You have a lifestyle we dream of. Hey, without the super chats, there is no quality of life. So I need those super chats, because again, that's what helps my channel. And you know, I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it, but I'm also doing it because this is one of my many business ventures. And you know, I firmly feel that that the social media is something that's going to be around for a long time. And I don't think we've really seen what social media is going to bring to the table. What I'm looking for now is a USB-C or micro USB cable of substantial length so that I can plug in my primary Sony Alpha camera, because I'm using the battery on it, and my fear is that battery is going to extinguish soon. Let's see, I'm looking through my drawers here. I've got a bunch of drawers full of cables. Yeah, I mean, this right here, I call it drawer o cables. Look at that, drawer o cables. So if anybody's got a USB-C, USB Charlie, that cable should be in here. So I'm going to dig through my cables, and I'm going to see what I got. Oh, I found one. Yes, that's what I was looking for. This is a USB Alpha, USB-A to a USB-C. See? USB Alpha, USB-C. USB-C is the latest and greatest USB cable. The cool thing about USB-C is that USB-C is in Charlie is cool because regardless of which way you stick in a USB-C, it's correct. One of the previous versions, the micro USB and the mini USBs, you know, you had to put them in a certain way. The USB-C, it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously you can't put it in sideways, but you know, you can more easily use this, more conveniently use this cable. So what I'm going to do now is take my USB-C cable, USB-A is an alpha, to C, and we're going to plug in my Sony Alpha camera. This is the primary camera for this shot. Something I want to do within this live stream, and again, this is getting all the lighting like it needs to be. Let's see if that gives me power. It should be charging now. Let me see. I think it is. Yeah. So, see, my main camera is right in front of where I'm pointing now. It's right here. Actually, I think you can see the, yeah, you can see the see my foot right there? That's one of the tripod legs. So, yeah, look at this sucker up here, man. See that? That's Mr. Cool. And Mr. Cool is just it's an HVAC. HVAC. It's an air conditioner. It's a heater, but it's called a mini split. So the beauty of a mini split is that I can control it with my A-Word device. Everything in this room, including the ATEM Mini Pro, is linked to my A-Word device. So all I have to do is say the A-Word and then say turn it on or turn it off, and it'll come on. So when I turn on my studio, all the lights come on like I want them, the desired color, temperature, and brightness level, and so does my HVAC unit. The cool thing about the HVAC is that it also has Geo Fencing. So if I leave the studio, it'll automatically go to a warmer temperature in the summer or a colder temperature during the winter. So I'm not spending a lot of electricity to have this Our Skies Adventure Channel Studio version 2.0 professionally heated and cooled. So, you know, again, another cost savings thing. Now, speaking of cost savings, let's see what we got here. Do we have super chats? Let's see. Saad says, I plan to be a millionaire, but Mike the Snake Watchbox profit didn't materialize. Saad says, that led me to starvation, actually. Paulie, Saad, Mike is shameful. Saad, I sleep with empty trunk. Brad, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Brad. Brad, if you don't know Brad, he is another longtime subscriber and viewer of the channel. Brad, welcome aboard. Welcome to Our Skies Adventure Channel 2.0. I'm testing my audio. I'm testing it with the Rode Wireless Go right now, but then I can see, check this out. Even though I've got the Rode Wireless Go on, I can mute that. Boom, now I'm talking through my Rode pod mic, which is connected to my Rodecaster Pro, and I can do the sound effects. I can do all that funny stuff. Where's my speaker? Oh, it's the headsets. Yeah, the headphones. That's what it is right there that I could hear that through. So, yeah, now I'm talking through the microphone on my desk. But now I'm going to flip back to the microphone that's on my shirt here. So I'm going to mute. And see, now I've got this mic. So I'm curious how, and again, I'm on the mic now on my shirt. So we're going to do a test. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the shirt mic, yo. This is the shirt mic. How does a shirt mic sound, man? Does it sound good? Does it sound bad? Okay, now I'm going to flip over to this mic. Hey, man, this is this mic on my desk. Even though I got a mic on my shirt, I'm talking through this mic, y'all. Does this mic sound good? Does this mic sound gooder than this mic? Let's switch back to this mic. Yo, 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 I'm talking through the mic on my shirt. I'm going to get up and move around, and we're going to talk through the shirt mic. Okay, good. Thanks for the feedback on the mic. Obviously, right now, I'm on the shirt mic. I got the mic on my shirt, y'all, my mic on my shirt. So this is the shirt mic. It is also a Rode. Obviously, the shirt mic is a wireless Rode. I do have a lavalier, a lapel mic I can attach to it. We'll test that again here. We'll test that in a minute. But the audio quality of this, although is great, it's probably not as good as that Rode pod mic that's on my desk over there. So now what we want to do is I want to find another USB-C, USB Charlie cable in my desk, in my box of cables. Because, see, these Rode wireless Go mics are USB-C rechargeable, so I can charge them up. Actually, I've got those same things I had in my old studio. The surge protectors that have the multiple USB and USB Charlie ports. Let me see. Let me flip back over here to. Yeah, you don't see me. You know what I forgot to do? Y'all don't see me. What I forgot to do when I was walking around is switch to this camera. Because I was saying, see, here I am in front of this camera. Yo, yo, yo. I'm talking through the mic on my shirt. And see, I can talk through the mic on my shirt, and I can move around. But, let's see. You know what's funny? I've got all of these strips that have USB and USB Charlie ports. But I've got so many USB powered and USB rechargeable devices right now that I'm going to have to add more USB and USB-C wall outlets. That's crazy, man. Because see, I've got this light strip under my desk over here. You can see how it's got a purplish glow. That's from the, well, it's USB powered. So that's one of the USB ports. And then I've got another USB port that's occupied over there in the corner. Over in the corner over here, that one's occupied with a USB device that controls my my smart door lock. You know, I've got this on the studio. I've got a smart lock so that I have an audit trail of who comes and goes. It also adds biometric security. You know, you never can be too secure with your YouTube studio. Now the shirt mic is better, says Sod. Interesting. So the shirt mic's better now. That is interesting. Now what I want to try to find now in my box of stuff is a wall plug to. Oh, you know what I can do? Never mind. I don't need this because what I have. Let's see. Well, let me see if I've got a wall plug in here, man. I got all these cables, man. I mean, it's crazy how many cables you collect over time. But see, look how nice that looks. I got my nice cable management that also handles my. This is my data center, dude. You know, I got a gigabit switch on the wall. I've got all of my Category 8 cables coming in. You can't see them because they're neatly covered by that little shelf thing. So, yeah, so what we need now, we need USB Charlie. So, I have right here, okay, wait. That's not what I want. I was being quiet. I want to make sure I didn't hear a rodent. I've had a rodent infestation. Had a rodent infestation, and I had to inoculate rodents. And you know, there was two reasons that my filming in this studio was delayed. Oh, check this out. Y'all are gonna like this. So this right here is quite possibly the shortest USB-C to USB-C cable that you've ever seen. Look at that. So I'm plugging this into the wall, and then see when I recharge my wireless microphone, I've got my charging station over here. Very neat. You know, I don't have that cable sticking out. You know, why use a long cable when you can use a short one, and then you can just stick your Rode Wireless Go on it to recharge. So yeah, this studio is good, but like I said, I had a rodent infestation, and also I've got a brown recluse infestation. So you know these brown recluses. I'm gonna flip back now to this other mic. So we're gonna go back to this mic. Let's see, mute. And now I'm coming at you from the mic on my desk. And I'm assuming it probably sounds better, but see, now I've got mobility. In the old studio, in the Irish Guys Adventure Channel Studio version 1.0, I did not have mobility because I didn't have space. You know, that was before the channel became a little bit larger. Let's flip to a really brightly colored backdrop, and let's see how that looks with this lighting here. Let's see. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, I had to go to this backdrop. Okay, so I'll pause it. Actually, I'll kill it. Boom. Okay, so that's killed. Now I'm going to open my other backdrop, and I'm going to send it to my streaming device. And I'm going to put it on loop. I've got a hotspot. You can see that hotspot over there. Yeah, that's not... Okay, view and loop. There's a fine line here. This camera setting stuff, and that's why I wanted to do this. I did the more dark colored backdrop. Now this is a brighter backdrop, but it looks kind of let me see. I mean, y'all tell me. I don't think I have this green screen that I'm on right now. Do I look too dark? Do I need to brighten it up? Do I need to let's see. Let me go to the... Oh yeah, I definitely need to brighten it up. Okay. So I see what's happening here. Let's see. Yeah, I got to... Yeah, see when I key myself in? Okay, see how that looks now? That's the brightness level that I want it to look like. But when I key myself in, it looks like there's a thunderstorm. So what I need to do is adjust the camera's ISO. So bear with me, y'all. I'm going to step up here and adjust the ISO. Adjust the camera's ISO. Okay, so here we go. We're going to adjust the camera's ISO. Adjusting. Okay, so this is ISO 400. Nope. Let's see. Let's play around with this Chroma Key here. Whoa! That doesn't look right. Okay, so the brightness there is not... Okay, so I don't think it's the camera. I think the camera... Actually, I'm going to go back to the camera's ISO. We're going to get this just right, y'all. Yeah, I turned invisible. Let's go ahead. Let's fix this. I'll be right back. We're going to get this fixed. Now, that's not brighter. That's ISO 200. But what happens, see, when I do away with this key, See, that's the brightness I want. So something with this chroma key here. Let's see. Yeah, something with this chroma key here needs to be adjusted. Let's see. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, something with this chroma key needs to be adjusted. So, see, I had everything in my old studio was perfect. And in this new studio, I've just got to get this brightness figured out here because this is weird. Let's see. Yeah, it's not until I put the key on that it goes dark. Okay, so now we're going to do the chroma key sample. Okay, now we're going to do the chroma key. Okay, I see what it is. Let's see. We've got to adjust. Okay, now I'll flip back to the camera's audio. We've got to adjust the let's see here. I need to move these lights closer so it makes the wall brighter. That's what I need to do. Okay, first of all, I moved that key light so it's closer to my face. These lights in the back, I'm afraid I don't have, let's see, we need to optimally position them. Ah! See, now we're getting somewhere. See, when I bring that light closer, see how it lights that wall? See that? Look at that. So what needs to be done are these need to, yeah, that's good light there. This is the root cause, y'all. Look at this. And see, then I've got one over here. Now, let's see what this looks like. This is awesome. Hey, Coctagon, welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, good to have you here. Yeah, I'm trying to get this studio tweaked, man. This studio is my new studio, and I've got to get this brightness adjusted here. Okay, see, and then when I put myself in, it gets dim. So let's take me out. And now let's go to Chroma Sample. I'm going to sample the chroma set. Okay. It's a little bit better, but it's not where it needs to be. So I'm going to do another sample of the chroma set, of the chroma key sample. We're going to try a different corner this time. See what it's doing, I don't have a consistent brightness for my backdrop. Over here, so you can see the light. Over here, not as much. So I need to move this light closer. Okay, and it's still offset. That's great. That is great. See, it was. See, now you can start to see the light from it. So I'm almost wondering. Aha. See, this is what we need right here. See this? The objective is to get it as close as possible to me, but not putting it in the camera's field of view, because obviously you don't want to see the lights, because that ruins the green screen effect. But this should be able to be perfected to where, let's see, Clock to Line says link for the raccoon. Actually, raccoon videos, this camera, my secondary camera, and it's great you said that, this can't, oops, wrong one. Oops. Yeah, this camera right here that you're seeing, that's my GoPro. It's going to become the live raccoon camera. So that's going to be cool. I've got a really long HDMI cable. I'm going to drag it out in the wilderness. Okay, so see now you can see this. Let me go to output full screen. I know you can't see this. Oh, that looks, whoa, that looks good. I do have a mild shadow. See this shadow right here? Oh, we're getting somewhere, man. We're getting somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, this is starting to be convincing. So now I'm going to turn the Chroma Key off. I'm going to go to Multi-View and do a Chroma Key sample. Sample a different area. Sample a different area here. And we're going to turn the Chroma Key back on. Now, Program View. Yeah, that's see, there's with this Chroma Key stuff, there's a fine line between too bright and not bright enough. This is bright enough to where it doesn't have, you know, weird shadows and that sort of stuff. I think, and see the hair actually, that do-it-yourself haircut, man, you can see that hair sticking up. So I think the detail is good here. Let's see. Audio is horrific. Oh, let me switch to the other. Audio source here. Let's see, which one am I? Yeah, I'm on the Rode. I should be on the Rode Wireless Go. Let me switch over. Yeah, so how is this audio? I'm on this microphone now. How does this audio compare to what I was just saying? Watch Chovo. Watch Chovo said audio is horrific. How does this audio sound from this microphone right here? Does it sound good? Does it sound good? Does it sound horrible? I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I mean, I'm just the guy trying to get all this stuff set up properly, and it's y'all's feedback that enables me to hopefully do that. Now, I think the frame, do y'all think that I'm well framed with this shot? Do I need to adjust my tripod? Oh, see right there, there's some edges. Let me fix that on my arm hair. I've got to fix that in the key edge. Ooh, pretty impressive that this device does Chroma Key in the device. So you don't have to, let's see, let's not go too extreme with it. 1, 2. That's about 53%. See, if you go too much, see, watch my shoulders. See, it starts to cut stuff out. See, and not enough, you get the green, but you go too far. Well, you know what? I think that may actually be, yeah, and you can see my desk. And this desk has a little bit of a shine to it. And, you know, that's an indication that you've pretty much gotten your chroma key correct, because typically with a shiny desk, if you don't have your chroma key correct, like this would be like flashing, like you could see through it. See, you can see this is a solid table. Now, you know, obviously, let's flip out the let's flip the backdrop out now. Let's go to something else. Let's see what we because this is fairly bright. Let's go to a dimmer backdrop. Oh, that looks good. I'm just in front of my Apple TV. See, I told you I was doing this in front of an Apple TV through an Apple TV. So that white right there, man, that looks. Yeah, I think the settings. You know, y'all tell me, but I think the settings are pretty solid now. Let's do this backdrop. I think y'all like this one. Let's see. Let me send it over to my green screen here. It's taking its time, but it's about to start playing. Let's see. Loop. It hasn't started playing yet. Now I'm just in front of a black screen here. Let's see. It's interesting. Maybe it's having it's a large file. Maybe it's having to some sort of. Oh, there we go. I think because this one was in 4K that it's got a, yeah, there it goes. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so this backdrop, now this is supposed to be cloudy. This backdrop I actually filmed. You can see here I'm at about almost 6,000 feet. This is in a place called Myri, M-I-R-Y, or Murray Ridge. I don't know how you pronounce it, but this is pretty much the summit of Myri Ridge, and I went out there and did. It's about 12 miles each direction, pretty much a pure incline the entire hike in. Of course, out, you know, you're going downhill, so it was an easy hike out. But yeah, I slept a few miles from here. This was only a mile and a half off of the Appalachian Trail, so you can see that down there. Just, I mean, if it wasn't cloudy, I mean, you'd be seeing down about 6,000 feet. So that was a cool one to film. I filmed this backdrop actually with the same camera that I'm using to film face on video right now. Brad says, any thoughts on the new FPV drone DJI is announcing on Thursday? Yeah, I got a lot of thoughts. And, you know, I'm honestly, if it's somewhat interesting, you know, I may pick one up and review it here on the channel. But, you know, due to the fact that, you know, I wasn't, and again, it's a matter of personal preference, but I wasn't a huge fan of the DJI FPV, you know, their original FPV drone, first-person view drone. So, you know, I don't know. I'm going to see what happens, man. You know, I never try to get too excited about it. I love the Mini 3 Pro. DJI Mini 3 Pro is awesome. Great value. Excuse me, hiccups. Great value, solid performer. You know, just an overall excellent drone. But let's see. Watch Cholo was saying that my other microphone didn't sound good, and I appreciate that. But what I want to do now is flip back to my other microphone. I'm on this one now. This is a very high-end mic. Well, high-end for my budget here on Irish Guys Adventure Channel. Speaking of that, don't forget to super chat if you want to. Let me... Yeah, so see, now I'm back on this mic. Now, I do have, and I need to put it on, a... well, I've got a lavalier mic for it, but where did I put that, man? I've got my Rode lavalier. I think I left it in my camera case, which is in a different part of the facility. So I'll have to go find that. But yeah, I want to try it instead of using the integrated mic, which I like. I want to try it with the clip-on lapel mic and see how that sounds. So, again, the goal here is achieving the best quality possible. One thing I can say from this testing so far is that the ability to maintain a consistent stream without buffering, no issue. Again, right now, it looks like I'm going at about, let's see, let me go back to my multi-view. Multi-view is an ATEM Mini Pro term. I'm looking at my monitor. This is so much better. You saw in my old studio where I had that little bitty monitor on my desk. It worked. It did a great job, but it occupied very valuable desktop real estate. And I can hear my HVAC turning on. That's pretty cool. But this configuration that I have, and I can show you. I can walk over there and get my GoPro and show you how this is set up, and you can see what I see. And I think you're going to really like this. But let me go get it. So see, this is my virtual set. And thank y'all so far. And I'm going to continue to test. This has really helped me. This is my first time testing here in the Irish Guys Adventure Channel Studio version 2.0. We're going to have a ton of live streams. I mean, a ton of live streams. That's why I'm here. I mean, it's your viewership, your support. Let's get this channel past 100,000 subscribers ASAP. And again, 100,000 subscribers is not that much. But being almost at 87,000 subscribers, it's not too far away. And I want to get that 100,000 subscriber trophy from YouTube and put it right there beside the studio door. Because that's my next miniature milestone, 100,000 subscribers. And obviously 100 million video views. And that's not too far off. Now, again, I do have the bottle of the Gosling's Family Reserve. And as soon as I hit 100 million video views, I will open that Gosling's Family Reserve Black Seal rum for the first time. And they call it the Black Seal rum, not because it's a seal, an animal in the bottle. They call it the Black Seal rum because they use a black colored wax to seal the bottle. And it's in a very nice wooden exhibition box with a glass window. So as soon as I hit 100 million views, I'll crack into that because I brought it all the way back from Bermuda. Very special, fancy rum that you can't just get anywhere. Right now, the on air looks like my upstream is about 9.1, 8.9. My upstream here with my ISP is as high currently, I think, is 30 or 40 megabits per second, which I'm only pegging at tops in the mid 9 megabit per second range right now. So it looks like being able to maintain a quality live stream with this new studio is easily doable, and that was something I was worried about. So we're going to walk over here now, and I'm going to grab my GoPro. You can see here, look at this. See, I can walk around. I got my lavalier mic on. One thing I was concerned about was the GoPro. Was the GoPro going to overheat? Look at this. So this is what I see when I'm sitting in my studio, in my virtual set over there. See, I see the multi-view. So preview over here is what I can toggle between. So preview in this situation, program is what you see. So program is the live view. Program view is what you see as the YouTube viewer, which is what you're watching right now, which is me holding the GoPro. If I toggle back, then that switches you to my green screen set. So you see me sitting in the chair. I can also use my professional microphone that's connected to the Rodecaster Pro. What you see here are the 4 inputs. I've got the ATEM Mini Pro, which is capable of up to 4 HDMI inputs. So I've got number 1, which is my A7R4 Sony Alpha. Number 2, which is my computer. When I'm doing screen share, for example, timepieces for tomorrow live shows, I will use that input to share the screen. Number 3 is Chroma Key. This is my Apple TV 4K. This is where I stream my video backdrops to the Apple TV 4K, and then it's connected into the ATEM Mini Pro. And see down below my ATEM Mini Pro, those are my 2 Apple TVs. One of which I'm using for green screen. The other one I use for my Schwinn IC4 that you can see right there. So all of this stuff is very high tech. This took a while. And look at that neat cable management. I mean, you don't see any cables because I've got them, well, you see a few. But I've got, and I did tie those off with twisty ties to make it look like this when I'm doing a live show. But this is just a big screen where I can see exactly what's going on in real time. As I was talking about the bandwidth utilization, right here you can see it's hopping a little bit, between 8, 9.14, 9.15. So, and the cache, or cache, however you want to say it, that is okay. If I had a bandwidth issue, that would say buffering. And you noticed in my old studio, I encountered a lot of buffering because I didn't have substantial upstream. And this over here is my EQ. Cam 1, which is what I'm on right now, is my Sony Alpha camera, which is right here. And I've got the Rode Wireless Go plugged into the Sony Alpha. So that's how you're getting the audio from my lapel mic right now. When I switch back to my studio desk, which you can see the volume levels fluctuating right now, MIC1, mic 1, that's the microphone on my desk. But again, right now my active mic is camera 1. Now when I set up the raccoon camera, the live raccoon camera, I will have both the microphone here and my studio mic on, because as the raccoons come out and start growling and feeding, you will be able to hear the raccoons as well as me. So, that's an important feature here in our Skies Adventure Channel Studio 2.0. And again, I keep saying Studio 2.0 because this is the second iteration of our Skies Adventure Channel. This is the new studio, and it's awesome because see, right now I'm going to switch this. Now I'm back on the fancy mic on my desk. I've got my virtual backdrops. I've got, when I'm doing a live stream, I can do the see, if this was timepieces for tomorrow, I could flash up the timepieces for tomorrow, lower third for branding. Same, I can do the same thing for Our Skies live show, Epic Drone Show, and any other live streams that may make it to Our Skies Adventure Channel in the future. I can flash it all up there. This ATEM Mini Pro continues to blow my mind. It is a super high-quality piece of equipment. And again, I encountered it for the first time during 2020 because I was looking for a way to radically improve the audio quality and video quality of my live streams. And this thing has been well worth, there's certain things I buy that I'm like, that's cool. But this thing has been phenomenal. And again, the return on investment, the ROI of the ATEM Mini Pro has been great because it's enabled me to, again, take my live streams to the next level. I don't have to pay a subscription. I know a lot of people, and you probably know them, Archibald, Chesterfield III, AC3. A lot of famous YouTubers like AC3, they live stream, but they use StreamYard. Nothing wrong with StreamYard, except you got to pay a subscription unless you go with the free version. So with this, I bought the ATEM Mini Pro, set up all my equipment, and now I get professional results, but I don't have to pay a subscription. So that's a huge value add, in my opinion. Not having to pay a subscription fee is a huge value add, in my opinion. So what's interesting, this GoPro has continued to perform well with the HDMI out. Must I mention clean HDMI out? You don't see the battery life indicator, the recording duration indicator, anything like that, because I set it to clean HDMI out. And I think this is coming together real nicely. And what I may do, because that, again, what you're seeing now, the main camera, that's my GoPro. And that's going to be the raccoon camera. So that's going to be out in the wilderness. And then, of course, I will be right here at the studio desk for a few reasons. Number one, raccoons, a lot of them have rabies. So you don't want to be live streaming with the raccoon sitting there right beside you. Because if a raccoon bit you or scratched you, you might could get rabies. So for that reason, I will have my GoPro out with the raccoons, but I'll be here in the secure, the biometric secured studio, biometric access. Use your fingerprint, Let's see, you know, it's Watch Cholo says 100K is doable. Hey man, I appreciate that. Watch Cholo says great setup. JJ LeCoux King. JJ LeCoux. Brad says more studio live streams in the future. You still flying the Mini 3 Pro much? I never got it. Yeah, I fly it a good bit, but man, Brad, as you know, I mean, this is, you know, YouTube is just one of my hundreds of hustles, and I've got to, I admittedly, I hadn't flown the Mini 3 Pro as much as I wanted to, and it's not that I didn't want to, it's just that I've got so many other things that I need and want to do. You know, I'm here to, you know, make as much money as I can, and it's, you know, especially now with inflation and all of that, you know, just running, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 side hustles is not enough. You know, I got to continue to add to that pot of relaxation, that I like to call it. You know, I do this because I enjoy it. It's educational, but it also can generate revenue, and generating revenue is super important when you're doing something that you enjoy doing. And I love doing YouTube, so it's kind of a win-win. You know, I get to do something I enjoy doing, but obviously I monetize it, and it's also it's a skill set that is what would be the word for it? It would be, I don't want to say transferable, because I'm not transferring my skill set anywhere else, but it's a skill set. It's a skill set that can benefit others. So, you know, learning all of this about live streaming, especially when we had the pandemic, you know, that's gone now finally. But when we had that, it was great learning all of this, because I was able to consult with people and, make money through some of my consulting businesses. And that was great, you know, learning hands-on how to use this equipment for one of my own ventures, Irish Guys Adventure Channel, but then being able to further monetize that and provide consulting services for people that were wanting to set up on a large scale live streaming configurations. Something else worth mentioning, of course, is the professional audio. You know, as you can see here in my studio, I've got all these panels, and, you know, these acoustic panels I had in my old studio, but, I transferred them to this studio, Irish Guys Adventure Channel Studio 2.0, because it's just, I mean, dude, they're top notch. They help with the acoustics. If I didn't have those in here, the acoustics would be horrible. And now, one thing I don't have is my Ashley Jarreau chaise sleeper sofa, because I brought it here and rats ate it. Yeah, I didn't realize I had rats, and the rats just chewed it up. So I threw it out. But that helped with acoustics, because it, like the acoustic panels, you know, being made of a fabric and padded material, you know, it helped with the room noise. But with the acoustic panels alone, I'm fine. I don't want to put much in here. You know, you'll see what I do have is a very minimalistic setup, and I'm trying to stay away from anything that has fabric and stuff like that on it, because I do have, that brown recluse problem that I'm trying to eliminate. So, having the brown recluses is a problem. So I don't, I'm very careful about what I put in here. Obviously, no cardboard. My little storage bin over there, you can see I'm pointing at it. It's over there, the little kind of clear thing that's got the drawers in it, 3 drawers. That's, that's plastic. I don't have any cardboard in here, because if you don't know brown recluses, man, they like cardboard. Paulie says, I kind of miss the attic studio. It was a bit of a man cave, but this studio is more impressive. Yeah, I guess the way to put it, and I think you stated it perfectly, that was more the, the old Irish Guys Adventure Channel studio was more of an office that also functioned as a small gym and Irish Guys Adventure Channel studio. This is a purpose-built studio only. You know, this is dedicated YouTube studio space. You know, it's not used for anything else except the the exercise bike over there, my Schwinn IC4. Be sure to check out my Schwinn IC4 videos if you haven't already. But yeah, the Schwinn IC4 is part of my company's fitness program. Got to make sure that Irish Guys Adventure Channel staff are very fit. You got to stay in shape. You don't have to, but you should. So that's my way of encouraging good fitness. I mean, I'm not an example. I'm getting built back up. I'm actually working, and I'll give you all a tour of it. On the other side of this door here is the Irish Guys Adventure Channel studio gym, and it's still a work in progress. But it's going to be, the only thing I don't have built is the power rack, and I haven't built it yet because I want to get rid of the rodent infestation. You don't want those rodents around when you're installing new equipment. Not that they would chew through metal in a power rack, but it's just the psychological element associated with wanting to work out, and you're on a bench and you're working out, and then you may have a rat fall on your face or something. You don't want that. So step by step eliminate the rodent issue, and then move forward with the expansion of the gym. So Paulie says, Brad says, is a studio in your house? Dude, this is a dedicated studio space, and I've got a dedicated Irish Guys Adventure Channel gym right on the other side of that door. Stay tuned for more videos. You have to see that. Paulie says, I watched that bike video. The thumbnail of you on the bike with the screen was very enticing to click on. The better viewing figures on your channel or with the better thumbnails I've noticed. Yeah, thumbnails are important. And actually, it's interesting you mentioned thumbnails. Who I consider to be the king of thumbnails is Michael Kincaid. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. Actually, Michael Kincaid and I did some backpacking, so you can check out his videos there. But he's the king of the thumbnails. Yeah, we had an extended YouTube video thumbnail conversation. It's impressive. It's amazing how a quality thumbnail can drive more views to your videos. You're perfectly on point with that. You definitely are. So yeah, I mean, it's again, this is a work in progress, but I'm feeling good about it. I mean, I feel like, looking at this now, and you can see, you saw the monitor a minute ago, what I see. I'm looking at that now, and it seems like the lighting is good. It looks like I've got the edges of the Chroma Key. You don't see like green, pronounced green around my arm hair. This is pretty convincing. Now, if I get close to the wall, see there's a shadow. See that shadow in the clouds? But see, that's the other thing about this studio is that I've got more space. So having more space means that, like in my old studio, Irish Guys Adventure Channel Studio version 1.0, I was right against the wall. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have the room. So this is a purpose-built YouTube studio. It's not too big because I don't want to make it too big, because you make it too big, then your heating and cooling costs are enhanced. And again, there goes some of your profit, because if your profit's getting eaten up by heating and cooling, you just built too big of a space. I wanted something big enough. Again, 250 square feet, big enough. 250 square feet. I can use my exercise bike over there, watch my Apple Fitness Plus on my other Apple TV with the Sonos, or I can step on the other side of this door, which is not heated and cooled. I can step on the other side of this door and do my strength training, because I've got my gym that I'm still building out over there. So, keeping it large enough, but not making it too large to where heating and cooling cost bites into my profit. Because I'm again, this is a business, and I don't want anything to bite into my profit. So, with that being said, that HVAC, that heating and cooling unit up there, it's amazing how well those perform. And it hasn't even, what's funny, I've set the temperature to 74 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's comfortable in here, but it hasn't, I think it may have kicked on once. So it does a really good job of not having to run all the time. And, I was happy about that, just something that will control the climate in here, but something that's linked to that A-word device, as I mentioned earlier, something that's linked to the A-word device so I can turn it off with voice control, or I can use the app. And, of course, I've got Geo Fencing. So if I go away from the studio and I forget to turn it off, well, I can turn it off from the app, the A-word app on my phone, or it'll just turn off automatically if it's running, heating or cooling, because it'll know that that I've exited the specified radius, also known as a Geo Fence, which uses your smartphone as a way to know where you are, and if you leave the area and you're outside of that radius, then it's not going to waste your heating and or cooling bill. So, that's important. I mean, all this stuff matters, man. I mean, you come across some YouTube channels. Something that's blown my mind are the YouTube channels that they just go from nothing to something huge. And you know who those YouTube channels are. The ones that they start all of the radical rebranding and this, that, and the other, and then they go from a few thousand subscribers to hundreds of thousands of subscribers within the course of a few months. Most of those channels are propped up. They've got big marketing agencies dumping in the, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars to grow that. So, this channel, and again, Irish Guys Adventure Channel Studio 2.0, this is something I did on my own. I'm not part of a multi-channel network, never will be. Nothing wrong with being part of a multi-channel network, but remaining an independent YouTuber is super important for me, because not being independent is you can't point the finger at yourself for all of the successes and or failures. And again, this is my ship, and I'll continue to sell it. Sell is in steer the ship, not sell as in give it to somebody, give it to the highest bidder. No. No, this is my channel. I'll do what I want to do. As long as I've got viewers, as long as I've got y'all's support, subscriptions, super chat, super thanks, shopping the merch, shopping the links, all of that makes this doable. Again, not having a marketing agency behind me, not having a multi-channel network, independent effort. And I enjoy doing it. But again, it is, and you can ask somebody like Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. You can ask someone like him that's also an independent YouTuber. It's hard. It's tough. I mean, it's not easy being an independent YouTuber, but it's rewarding. It can be rewarding if you know how to do it right. And again, it's just something as simple as getting a cost-efficient HVAC unit, a mini split. Let's see. Yeah, your hair's sticking. Yeah, you're right. The hair is sticking up. Paulie, that's because I cut my own hair with a pair of clippers. That's another way I save money, man. I just cut my own hair with a pair of clippers. Yeah, that needs to be cut. Yeah. Oh, well. But, yeah, good observation. And it's a good thing you can see the hair. That means my lighting and my clarity here is good. So that is awesome. Yeah, this first test in the live studio, man, this has been very, very helpful. Extremely helpful here, because I've completed the first test, and now I know what I can do. I can come in with this laptop. I can stick it on my virtual set desk and have a high degree of confidence that everything is going to be properly lit, that the acoustics are going to be good, and that the placement of the tripod is, I'm not moving it. It's a dedicated tripod. So it works. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this live stream up. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Super chat. Super thanks to my non-live videos. You can click that little thanks icon on them. And appreciate all the feedback. This has helped a lot. Stay tuned for a ton of live shows very soon. Again, I've pretty much gotten this Brown recluse problem resolved, so I Just always watch when I come and sit down, make sure there's not one lurking to try to sting me or bite me. But I got bitten by one, and it put a hole in my arm for about 3 weeks or a couple months. So anyway, yeah, y'all have a good one. Watch Cholo, you too, Paulie, Brad, Cloctagon, Slide, everybody. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. And also for everybody that didn't say anything. I mean, you don't have to talk. You don't have to chat. If you join these, you can just join. That means a lot too. Thanks for your viewership. Y'all have a good day.